Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to my Game of Thrones Legends mobile game content. Oh, looky there, there's Stannis. Ooh boy, so sexy right there. We need that. We need all of the Stannis, my mans and women's. Alright, let me get set up here. That was a sucky reward. Anyway, so today I got a great video for you. I got another tasty little morsel, man. I'm filling you guys up with all these tasty little morsels. Care of my bro, the Digital Gandalf, the wise old wizard. He's brought us another tasty little leak today. And what we're going to talk about is the Gold Road. We've already discussed that just the other day, if you'll remember right. I brought you, courtesy of his efforts, the leak for the February Gold Road. Right now we're in the January Gold Road still. We have, whoops, I didn't mean to get out of that. We have like 2 days and 16 minutes left, it says on the counter here, on the Aemond Gold Road that we're currently in for January. And then if you remember right, the last video I posted on the Gold Road leaks was for February, which was going to be Sansa. We figured that out, and while I don't really think a lot of people think that's great, I think that Gold Road will probably be better for new players, honestly. The rewards are always good. The tokens and the gold are always good. They're always something you need to be trying to go ahead and get the Gold Road for, honestly, just for that. The worth of the Gold Road is obviously the hero shards that you get, but even if it's not a hero you want, you get this. I mean, you get a lot of gold, you get these gold resources, skill books. Those are always nice to get, and it just, you know, it keeps going on, and it's a really good package of rewards for what you're paying. For me, it averages out to like $9.99 United States dollars. I'm not really sure what it is in your currency, wherever you're viewing this from, but the hero tokens alone that you get are worth that, based on the packages and the offers that we buy all the time anyway. But then you factor in the tokens and the gold and the skill books and the silver and the everything else, and it's definitely worth the cost. So Gold Road, in my opinion, one of the best deals in the game, and always has been. Now, why do I make the statement that I think the February Gold Road with Sansa will be better for new players than for the OG longtime players? Well, Sansa is not really a character that is in any end game build that I've ever seen. I'm just going to be blunt. She's awesome in the show. I love her in the lore. Whatever that gal's name was that played her played a really great part, and I love her as an actress. She's super hot. But she's just not, in this game, one of those characters that you're like, oh god, yeah, I gotta get my Sansa. Now, maybe when you're a new player, you think that way, because she can be a great character for your party when you're first starting out. Anything that buffs the attack and defense can make your newish party perform a lot better, and that helps you get over the hump of a lot of that initial content, a lot of that initial story content, the campaign that you're trying to do. Get in there in raids and get your feet wet and try to get you a little bit of rewards from raids. Maybe not so much the events, because the events are pretty much owned by the meta right now, and you can't really compete unless you do that. But Sansa is good for new players. You quickly understand real fast, though, when you start to play this game and you start to learn, that you transition away from her and you start to go for other builds like the greens, like the fire teams, like the Stark ice teams, you realize those are some of the better and more reliable teams to depend on. So you start to kind of move away from Sansa. So one of the, whoops, what happened to my video there? That's weird. One of the things that the March Gold Road brings into play is the fact, how do I describe this? It's a character that is going to be liked by a lot of people, I think. There's a lot of people that are still chasing after this particular character. I'll just throw it out there. She is a really good option for a lot of parties because she does an AoE attack, which means that she attacks the whole enemy team when she goes off. And her skill is pretty fast to fill, so that means that you can actually get her skill off 2, 3, sometimes even 4 times a battle, depending upon the strength of the content you're facing and how long it takes you to complete that battle. So she's going to be one that I think a lot of people are going to like. A lot of people are going to say, I don't really know about this because we've already had this character before. Why are they continuing to recycle the same people over and over instead of giving us new ones? So I can kind of understand that argument as well. And with that said, let's go ahead and let me get into it with you. Where is it? Let me find it. So I can kind of understand why some people would say that they would be not okay with this one, because like I said, this is a character we have had before, so I get that argument. I do, however, think that a lot of people are still chasing after this one, so I think that a lot of people will be purchasing this. I think this is a solid bet for the company as far as generating revenue without totally breaking the game, because a lot of people are using her anyway, so it's not like they're going to build a new meta by adding her in when they're trying to actively push their greens right now still. So she doesn't really break that meta, but she is something that a lot of people will still want. I personally will buy it in a heartbeat because I love Daenerys. She still finds herself in a lot of my parties. I'm just now starting to get to the point, and this is really telling for me as I look back on my account and I kind of analyze my progress. I am just now getting to the point to where she's starting to move out of my everyday party. She has always been a daily driver for me. She has always been in my party for everything, no matter what. It didn't matter. Dragons, raids, events, campaign quest, anything. She's always been in my party because she just does so much good damage, and because the game gave me a lot of legendaries for her, I had a full set of legendary gear on her. I've been able to do really well with her. I'm just now getting to the point, though, that I'm starting to move away from her in my party and go to other characters that are more themed and more, quirky, designed for the situation. But I mean, I can see where a lot of people would say, I wish we could get somebody new. I get that. Because this will be, I think this is the second time we've had her as a Gold Road so far. You'll remember some from the past, like Tyrion, Grey Worm, her, Aemond, I think, was twice already. So there is this tendency for them to recycle some of the same characters over and over again, and I'm not really sure why they do that. I'm not really sure if that has to do with the fact that they're some of their best money makers, or they're looking at the metas and they're trying to kind of adjust the metas without actually having to fiddle any switches by just adding certain characters into the rotation a lot more. I don't know. I can see that being the case for a lot of those different, excuses about why we do the same character over and over. So I don't really know. She is very popular from the lore, though. If you were to take probably the top 3 characters in the Game of Thrones series from HBO, where Emilia Clarke played the Mother of Dragons and Daenerys Targaryen. You would probably I would lay $100 on the fact that she would be top 2 of the most fan favorite characters in the game or in the show. So there's that. So maybe that's one of the reasons why they choose to recycle her, recycle Aemond, because they're characters that people love. She's not a real polarizing character. She's not one of those people that you either love her or hate her. She's one that's liked by just about everybody I've ever talked to. Has always said, yeah, I love Dany. She's awesome. Even at the end, when they screwed up the series in season 8 and made the stupidest choices with the ending of the show, I still loved her, even though she went nuts. I got it, I kind of got where they were going with that, but even though I didn't like it, I still got it. But you know what I mean. But anyway, this right here is slated to be the March Gold Road Hero. I need you to understand when I post this kind of content, though, that this could be changed at a moment's notice. This could be changed at the developer's whim. This is so far into the future right now. When I'm posting this, this is just the start of February, and we haven't even gotten our next one for February Sansa yet. So, yeah, I'm making this content now so that I can have it to go ready at a moment's notice whenever we determine the time is right. But it could change at any moment. I mean, I've seen them pull stuff at the last second and swap it out with something else many times. So I just want to get that little caveat in there that if this doesn't happen in March like it's supposed to, sorry. It's what's slated to go in March right now. So that's what we see when we look at this information. So just to let you know. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed this little look at who is coming in March, who is going to be the Gold Road hero, and kind of a little bit of a discussion around that, maybe, stimulate your brain a little bit about Game of Thrones Legends, and let's talk. Stimulate my brain by throwing a comment down in the comment section, and let me hear your thoughts as to why you think this is a big deal, a not so big deal, a good idea, a bad idea. What do you think? Let me know. Let's talk. I can't interact with anybody if you guys don't take the time to comment, so I really do appreciate it when you do that. As always, please check the description of my video for a link to my Discord. We have a thriving, active Discord community. Yes, there is the officials, and I encourage you to go there, but we also have a nice safe space that we hang out in and talk about the game as well. And you'll find lots of little goodies there that you don't find on the official Discord, and I'll just leave it at that. But thank you for watching my content. I truly appreciate you. I hope you have a good day today, and I hope you can have some fun in Game of Thrones Legends. I'll see you soon in another video coming shortly. Peace.